September 26, 2024, Farragut Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting will now begin. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and online. I want to thank you for your presence at tonight's board meeting. My name is Ron Williams, the fourth elected mayor of town of Farragut. We appreciate that each of you has taken the time in your busy schedules to attend our meeting tonight to view how our town works. All Farragut Board of Mayor and Aldermen meetings are public notice per Tennessee state law. All board meetings minutes are taken and are available. Each meeting will be recorded, can be viewed at a later date on YouTube. If you're in attendance, you should be able to pick up a copy of tonight's agenda at the door when you came in tonight. If you were not able to attend tonight and are viewing from home, then the agenda is available online at our website. For those in attendance that would like to speak, please pick up a blue card at the door and write your name and agenda number on it that you wish to speak on. And there will be a time reserved near the end of the meeting for citizens' comments on non-agenda subjects, which will also require that you fill out a blue card with the citizen comments as the time you wish to speak. On each agenda item, the mayor will ask the town recorder for residents' input. During this time, any Farragut resident wishing to speak to the board on that specific agenda item may do so for up to 3 minutes. After being recognized by the mayor, please go to the podium microphone in order to be heard and viewed by all. To conduct efficient business-like meetings, the town has adopted rules for how its meetings will be conducted. Primarily, these rules are designed to keep the meeting moving, assure that all points of view are heard and considered, and to provide common courtesy to everyone. We ask that you observe the established meeting rules when addressing the board. At the beginning of your presentation, please state your name and address for the record. We ask that you address all of your questions to the mayor or in his absence, the vice mayor. Do not direct questions to the alderman or staff members. If necessary, the mayor may call on an alderman or staff member concerning your question or comments. Once you've given your input, please return to your seat so that we can continue the meeting. We ask that every speaker avoid the use of improper language, profanity, or other inappropriate conduct and address issues, not individuals or personalities. Speakers should strive to avoid redundancy and should have their own original viewpoints. We ask that you also stay on topic of that agenda item. We're here tonight to do the people's business. Meeting call to order. We'll start tonight with a roll call by our town recorder for a quorum prior to standing for a silent prayer, which will be followed by a pledge of allegiance to our country's flag, which will be led by Alderman Kane tonight.
Alderman Burnett.
Here.
Alderman Kane.
Here.
Alderman White.
Here.
Vice Mayor Mayer is absent. Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams here.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Alderman Kane. Is there any agenda amendments tonight?
No, sir.
None? Okay. If none, I'll ask for a motion to approve the agenda.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay. If all in favor of approval, please say yes.
Yes.
Let the record show the September 26, 2024 agenda has been approved as posted. Any amendments to the minutes?
No, sir.
None?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay. Motion made. In favor of approval, please say yes.
Yes.
Let the record show September 12, 2024 minutes have been approved as posted. Mayor's report. I'll start out with a big thank you to our Arts and Beautification Committee, along with our staff, the Farragut High School students, as well as the Hardin Valley Rodex students for volunteer work at the art show this past weekend. We had beautiful weather and probably the largest crowd of kids that we've ever had. I think we all are looking forward to Freaky Friday coming up in October. Next will be one of my favorite times of the year when we, as a town, donate to our Farragut schools, which is totally separated from the sales and alcohol tax that goes to the school board. Okay, you want to start off with?
Well, Mayor, if you want to, we can have them all come down if you want to at the same time.
Well, I was going to recognize each one of them.
Sure. You can go ahead.
Okay.
First, have the high school principal come down, Dr. Bartlett. And if you'll stay up here, we'll get a picture at the end with everybody. Next up, we've got Greg Adams. Next up, we've got Suzanne Parham. Now we've got Lynn White. And now we've got Tony Scott to take the check for the Farragut Foundation.
My internal temperature is like 120 right now.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Okay, thanks again, particularly for all the students that show up.
Enjoy sleeping in tomorrow.
Hey, Mayor, we also had School Board Representative
I've
Lauren
got
Morgan
that on
here.
my list.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
Gosh, would you relax, David?
Okay. Next, well, we don't have a vice mayor here tonight, so we're going to move on to just the alderman. Alderman White, you have anything to report? No, sir.
Yeah, I've got something, Mayor.
okay.
Thank you. Did want to address our newly elected school board. Lauren Morgan in the back. Thank you for coming, Lauren. Good to see you. Another update for Farragut. The Farragut 01, saw the kids were pretty excited in the back. School's canceled tomorrow, so they're jacked up. But also the Farragut football game, which is against Bearden tomorrow night at 7, is postponed and moved to Saturday at 6 p.m. And if you can keep it a secret in here, we're going to be naming the stadium after Coach Eddie Courtney, who's retired this year. And we'll be doing that at 5:50 Saturday night. So
5:50.
Yep, 5:50. Hope you can join. The only other update I had is last week, Michelle Pence put together a fantastic picnic for the town, for the staff to come out, have a good time. The Board of Mayor and Aldermen is invited with all the staff who gets the afternoon off. And it was a fantastic time to really get to say thank you. Me and the mayor got to hand out some awards. I'll just say, I think I'm a pretty good cornhole player. When you go out against Public Works and see how they throw cornhole, it is unbelievable. And so they had a blast. We had a bunch of food trucks out there, and I don't think anyone gained under 5 pounds, and it was worth every bit of it. But the highlight of the day was the kickball game at the end of the afternoon. And everybody's, you know, a lot of public works guys out there, a lot of guys huffing and puffing, wanting to be the MVP of the game. And I am officially handing out the MVP of the game, which goes to Rachel Malone, who is a girl who stepped up in the middle of all these rough guys who are out there to prove a point and absolutely just walloped the ball and made everybody feel pretty ashamed. So it was a wonderful picnic put on by Michelle Pence. So thank you for doing that. I think the town felt loved and supported.
I think she kicked a home run
She did.
every opportunity.
She did.
Okay, Alderman Kane?
I just wanted to just follow on what Alderman Burnett said. It's great to hear that the Public Works and all the different employees had a good time at the staff picnic. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend due to a last minute request from a customer. But and then just remind everybody too, just when in regards to the football game, it'd be nice if you can be there Saturday night. Luckily, we don't have a UT game to compete with, but it'd be nice to have the stands filled. It is, the biggest rivalry of the year with Bearden High School. So Saturday at Farragut High School, 6 p.m.
Okay. That has concluded our reports. We'll move on to ordinances. Tonight, we have 3 ordinances for public hearing and review. The first one is ordinance 24-15, a public hearing on the second reading to rezone partial 191.1, tax map 130, south of Home Federal Bank off Parkside Drive, 1.57 acres from office district, 3 stories, 0-1-3 to general commercial, C1. Turkey Creek Land Partners applicant.
Yes, this is Mark Shipley. I'm going to present these next 2 rezonings. This property is the last undeveloped tract in the Turkey Creek development off Parkside Drive. It's currently zoned 3-story office. They're requesting to rezone it to C1. They've had some restaurant use interest in the property because it is visible from Campbell Station Road. So when this was presented to the Planning Commission at their meeting in August, they unanimously recommended approval of ordinance 24-15. It was also unanimously supported at first reading by the board at the September 12th meeting. There have been no changes to this ordinance since first reading, and the staff recommends approval of ordinance 24-15 on second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Any resident comments?
No, sir.
None. Okay, discussion, Alderman White.
None.
Okay, Alderman Burnett.
No questions.
Alderman Kane.
No question.
I have none as well. Discussion complete. I'll ask town recorder for a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Burnett.
Yes.
Alderman Kane.
Yes.
Alderman White.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams, yes. Let the record show the request is to rezone ordinance 24-15 has been approved on the second reading by a 4-0 roll call vote on September 26, 2024, approximately 6:15. Okay, next will be ordinance 24-16, a public hearing on second reading of ordinance 24-16, an ordinance to rezone a portion of property 12725 Union Road from general single-family residential R2 to rural single-family residential R1, 8.64 acres. Will Gloffingham, applicant.
This property is just to the west of Fox Run on Union Road. Most of the property is currently zoned to R2, and they're requesting to rezone that R2 portion to R1. When this was presented to the Planning Commission, they did unanimously recommend approval of ordinance 24-16. It was also supported unanimously at first reading on September 12th, and the staff recommends approval of ordinance 24-16 on second reading. There have been no changes to the ordinance since first reading.
Move we approve.
Second.
Okay, any resident comments for this one?
No, sir.
If none, then discussion, Alderman White.
None.
Alderman Kane.
None.
Alderman Burnett.
No questions.
I have nothing as well. With discussion complete, I'll ask County Recorder for a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Burnett.
Yes.
Alderman Kane.
Yes.
Alderman White.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams, yes. Let the record show that the request to amend GFB and CIP, has been approved on the second reading. Next, public hearing on reading of ordinance 24-17, ordinance the town of Farragut, ordinance amending fiscal year 2024-2025 capital investment.
Yes, sir. There are no changes since the first reading of this ordinance, and just to summarize it, will be the ARPA funding. We're needing additional expenditures for that for $174,000 for the stormwater parking facilities and $204,000 for the stormwater infrastructure repairs. So the total that will be transferred from that will needed for those expenditures are a total of $378,327.73. And then we have a transfer from the CIP fund to the ARPA fund from the stormwater line item within that fund. The same amount of $378,327.73 will be needed. And the motion is to approve ordinance 24-17 on second and final reading.
Move we approve.
Second.
Okay, any rest of comments on this one?
No, sir.
None. Alderman White?
No, sir.
Alderman Kane?
No, sir.
Alderman Burnett?
No questions.
I have none as well. Ask the Town Recorder for a roll call vote, please.
Alderman Burnett.
Yes.
Alderman Kane.
Yes.
Alderman White.
Yes.
Mayor Williams.
Mayor Williams, yes. Let the record show ordinance 24-17 has been approved September 26, 2024, at approximately 6:17. Okay, next will be business items. We have 4 items to review and consider for approval. The approval of special event permit for St. John Newman Catholic Church Mustang Miler 5K Fun Run, October 26, 2024.
Yes, sir. This is the same route that they have done in previous years, that it will be using the Grisby Chapel Greenway. The Knox County Sheriff's Department will be providing traffic control at the 3 intersections along the route. And the motion is to approve the event application, special event permit for St. John Newman Catholic Church Mustang Miler 5K and Fun Run for October 26, 2024.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second.
Okay, resident comments?
No, sir.
Okay, discussion. Alderman Kane?
None.
Alderman Burnett?
I just want to say it's a great use of our greenways. I love seeing them used like that.
Alderman White?
None.
None as well. Discussion complete. I'll ask those in favor, vote by saying yes.
Yes.
Yes. Let the record show the event has been approved as requested. Thank you. Okay, next will be approval of First Amendment to option lease agreement between Crown Communications LLC and the Town of Farragut for property located at 521 Virtue Road.
Thank you, Mayor. We have 3 cell towers that are currently on Town of Farragut property located in the town. 2 of those 3 have already been updated in the last couple of years for lease agreements. This last one, the one we're talking about this evening, is located at 521 Virtue Road, and it has approximately 2,500 square feet of land that the tower sits on that we lease to them. The contract for this ends in May 6, 2026, and so what they wanted to do was come forward and try to get that renegotiated in case they needed to find another place to go for their tower. The current lease agreement calls out that we receive around $34,140 per year. The new lease would increase the base rent to $30,000 per year, plus $10,000 for each co-location that is on that tower. Currently, there are 2 on there, so in theory, right now, that would increase the rent to $50,000 per year, which would then increase 3% per year of the contract, which is for a 20-year contract. A couple of other items that are updated in this is that it does allow for a right of first refusal for Crown Communications. We have many people that call us all the time to ask us if we would like to sell our property to them and give us a sum of money. Nothing has really risen to the high enough amount to where we'd be interested in that. But if we do get there, then they would get the right of first refusal on that offer. And then finally, because we are extending this early, they would be giving us a lump sum fee of $30,000 within 60 days if we approve and the board approves of signing this First Amendment. So with that, I would recommend approval to approve the First Amendment to option lease agreement between Crown Communications LLC and the Town of Farragut for the property located at 521 Virtue Road.
Move to approve.
Second.
Second.
Okay, Any residents?
No, sir.
Signed up for this one? None. Good discussion. Alderman Burnett?
No questions.
Alderman Kane?
No.
Alderman White?
No, sir.
I have none as well. With discussion complete, I'll ask if in favor, vote by saying yes.
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 Any noes? Let the record show the request has been approved as requested. Next will be approval of board, mayor, and alderman appointments to the town of Farragut boards and commissions.
Yes, sir. At the September 12th meeting, the board had reviewed the members on each of the volunteer committees. And so the slate of the BMA members appointed will be Arts and Beautification Committee, be Mayor Williams, Education Relations Committee, Alderman Kane, Museum Committee, Mayor Williams, Parks and Athletics Council, Alderman Burnett, Stormwater Advisory Committee, Vice Mayor Meyer, Tourism Visitors Committee, Alderman Kane, and Visual Resources Review Board, Alderman White. So the motion is made to approve the slate of the Board of Mayor and Alderman appointments to the various Town of Farragut committees.
Okay, I'll need a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, any resident comments on
No,
this
sir.
one? Okay, any discussion?
No, sir.
No discussion? Then if none, I'll ask if in favor, vote by saying yes.
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 Let the record show the appointments have been approved as requested. Okay, next will be approval of a contract with Town of Hall Network Communications through Omni Partners. Did I pronounce that right?
Omnia.
Okay. Whatever.
Evening, Board. Travis Ramsey, IT Manager. As part of the Town Hall remodel, there's a need to install network cabling for the infrastructure. Through our Omnia Partners contract, Gray Bar Electric Supply will supply material, and Datacom Cabling will provide the labor installation for this project. Staff requests approval of contract for the Town Hall Network Communications in the amount of $43,339.78.
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, any resident
No, sir.
signed up for this one? If none, then discussion, Alderman White?
None.
Alderman Kane?
None.
Alderman Burnett?
No questions.
I have none as well. For discussion complete, I'll ask if in favor, vote by saying yes.
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 Any noes? Let the record show that the contract has been approved as requested. Okay, next will be citizen comments.
So I have two speakers tonight. The first one is Jennifer Hay.
Jennifer?
Thank you for the opportunity to speak. My name is Jennifer Hay. I live at 709 Battlefront Trail, that's in Farragut Crossing neighborhood. I'm here this evening representing St. John Newman Catholic School, both as a parent and as a member of their advisory board. I'm here this evening to ask for two things. Our first request is for the town of Farragut to secure a Knox County Sheriff's Deputy to direct traffic at the intersection of Grigsby Chapel and St. John Court between 7:40 and 8 a.m. on school days. Our second request is for a traffic signal at the intersection of Smith Road and Grigsby Chapel. Both of these actions were specifically recommended by a professional traffic study commissioned by the town of Farragut in 2021, and our traffic problems have only worsened since then. The service at the intersection of St. John Court and Grigsby Chapel is unacceptable for about 20 minutes every morning when families are dropping off their students for school at St. John Newman. With good intentions, people try to mitigate the problem by yielding the right of way, and this is going to lead to accidents, especially since many of the drivers who drop off at St. John Newman are high school students dropping off younger siblings before they head off to high school themselves. In this 2021 traffic study, one of the specific recommendations of the study was for a sheriff's deputy to direct traffic during morning drop-off for the school. The cost for this is about $38,000 per year. This is not a cost that St. John Newman School can or should bear. The town is in a better position than we are to negotiate this price with the sheriff's department, and we only need the deputy for about 20 minutes each morning, but the minimum shift is 4 hours. And perhaps the town could use the sheriff's deputy for the remainder of that 4-hour shift. We don't exist in a vacuum. Our traffic problems at St. John Newman are exacerbated by the upstream stop sign at Smith Road. This stop sign makes it so there's never a break in traffic. It's a steady drip, drip, drip of cars, and this is what makes it so difficult to turn left from St. John Court, where the school is, left onto Grigsby Chapel. So this same 2021 traffic study specifically recommended a traffic signal at the intersection of Smith Road and Grigsby Chapel, but this has not been done. This might be, I'm not saying St. John Court, I'm saying Smith Road and Grigsby Chapel. This might be all we need. An upstream light could provide enough of a break in traffic to allow cars to turn left. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I've brought extra copies of the traffic report, the traffic study, and my remarks. Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Our second speaker is Louise Pavlin.
You guys can't get rid of me. Just 2 points, because I listened to your, I'm all things land use plan. So if you all wish to remove residential over commercial, it's not enough to amend the vision plan. You're going to have to amend C1, the zoning district, because it is a use by right for residential, at least 1 story above commercial in the C1 zoning district. So if you're going to do that, you're going to have to handle that as well. With regard to the land use plan and amending it to incorporate this new vision plan, I'm thinking that you may want to consider updating the entire plan at this point. The last time it was updated was 2012. The town has a history of updating their plans fully every 10 years or so. So obviously it's been more than 10 years. And if you look even just at the 8 key strategies that we have in our land use plan currently, repairing aging shopping centers has been pretty much dealt with. Expanding our borders, I'm not entirely sure that we're interested in doing that. And plan for remaining vacant parcels. I don't know that we have, other than the ones in the town center, Ford property, which we have a vision plan for. I think all of our large vacant parcels have been dealt with. So this might be actually be, and since I'm not, I can make these suggestions in a public meeting, because this is a big deal to go back and revisit it. But now might be the time. With all of our corridors have been looked at, the land use descriptions have all been reviewed and updated with public input. So this might be a time to recraft a new land use plan. So that's all I have.
Okay, thank you.
That concludes our speakers.
Okay. Next will be the town administrator's report.
Mayor, I didn't have anything to report tonight.
Wow. Okay. And town attorney's report.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I've been busy, I'll say that.
Looks like the town, it's not a record, but it's approximately 6:30 p.m. without objection. September 26, 2024, Board Mayor and Aldermen is now adjourned.